The curriculum is built largely around the kids. It's figuring out what they do know, what they don't know, what they're interested in, and that's balancing that with what any well-educated person does need to know.
It's challenging in the classroom, but it's also really fun at the same time. We can all get involved in it and really understand what we're talking about, and they understand what we're talking about.
It's fluid, it's flexible, we'll get her where she needs to be. And she is kind of all over the place, and that works out for her. I know that if the resources are broad enough and the staff is motivated and the teachers aren't threatened by the intellect of these children, that differentiation is possible.
I got excited when I was in the lab with these students because it was like when something wasn't working, yeah, they didn't get all frustrated and mad at me and, like that. It was just sort of like, oh, well, this is kind of cool. Well, what's this? Okay, well, maybe we can add that and save the experiment. So that was the first time in a long time that I'd felt like kind of this enthusiasm for teaching, because here was somebody who really was interested in what was going on.
These are special young people, special children, who need our attention. We need to learn how to better serve them, and they are going to better provide for us when they become adults. It's out of that group, as well as other groups, that we will find leaders and great artists. The kinds of things that are being done at the Davidson Academy are the kinds of things that will adapt in various forms to regular public schools with other colleges and universities. I think there are good models that are being developed here.
We don't have a hard number for those class sizes, but as we look to develop classes around the students that we have, that's what helps us determine those class sizes. It depends on what the class is, what the work is like for students, as well as the instructor. It needs to be manageable for everybody involved, yet still be challenging.
Honestly, it does make a huge difference to have small class sizes. It's one of the things that I think any population would see huge improvement by having smaller class sizes. It does take money, but it's also prioritizing where that money goes.
Well, the first thing I like the most is the curriculum, how you can work at your own pace, and it isn't everything at the same level. And another thing that I like about the Davidson Academy is the social interaction. There are more people who share my interests here.
I really like it because it takes off a lot of pressure, not having to be the best at everything all the time.
What makes me so deeply appreciative right now is that he is excited about everything he's doing at the Davidson Academy. This is a kid who used to literally do the least he could do to get by. And now he couldn't imagine not doing his homework. He couldn't imagine not doing his reading for ethics.
They're utilizing the resources of the university that perhaps a regular public school could form a similar partnership, take a little of the burden off of doing everything in limited resources, and maybe sharing the load with getting the students to where we need them to be. Identify what barriers are keeping you from doing it, and if it's state statutes or regulations through the State Board of Education, let people know what they are. Is there a reason they couldn't be changed, either making it easier for them? It might be attendance changes, curricular changes, testing changes, but they're, until you know the full reason why maybe programs aren't being implemented, I think there's room at the state level to say, let's look at them, and can we do something at the state level to change it to make it easier?
We do have a one-of-a-kind break-the-mold concept, but we hope to have pieces of that model be utilized in other schools.
You really can take classes at any level you want here, and the sky is the limit.